Now, talking about the caste, today's or politics from those days mainly on money and caste, but you have lived above that caste. The caste factor did not affect you at all. What do you have to say for that?
Common man doesn't look for your caste. It is wholly wrong to accuse them of being castes. Castes are there amongst the leaders, contractors, government servants, most of them, and opportunists, time servers. This is, you see, an instrument they use to cover up the shortcomings
For ulterior motives.
for ulterior motives. Maybe a section of the voters get wooed by this. I don't deny this outright. It is not correct to say that they are totally not casted, but larger section of the society, vis-a-vis the poorer sections, they have a vision to identify, to demarcate the leader who speaks their language,
Absolutely.
who touches them. That's the reason I have survived.
Absolutely. Yes. Now, you have held several portfolios during your illustrious career. Now, coming to the recent, when you were the health minister of Karnataka, a lot of good decisions were taken. But somewhere down the line, some decision which you took with, as you said about the common man, have common man in your mind and taken some decisions, did not go down well with the media. At that, how was the situation then?
It's just not the media. Congress is not a cadre-based party. It's a mass-based party. Specific ideologies are not there. But generally what is good to people, society, when it is propagated, generally Congress endorses.
Okay.
This is the brief history of Congress party. When I laid my hands to this Karnataka Private Medical Education Bill Regulation Act, the whole Congress party in entirety was not prepared to back me. And Sri Siddaramaiah, who was my leader, was a worried man because the general elections were knocking the door. He was disturbed. He never wanted to discourage me. But he had to also withstand the dissent of
Pressures
the
from
rest
others.
of the colleagues. So in the informal cabinet meeting, I became Casablanca. None to stand by me. None to stand by me. Few were expressive, few were silent, few were aggressive. All against it. So Ms. Siddaramaiah called me aside and asked me, elections are in the offing. I think things are in our favor. If you can cooperate, would you mind withdrawing the bill?
Okay.
Very gentlemanly. I told him, I was in my village. You called me one day, said, where are you? What are you doing? I said, I'm in my village, amidst my people. He said, why don't you come to Bangalore tomorrow? You have to be sworn in as a minister. And I owe it to you. I had not canvassed for it. Withdrawing the bill is not possible. I will step out of the ministry,
Oh, okay.
but I will be with you. Then I don't know. At that particular moment, he also became emotional. He told me, you go ahead. Don't stop. Let's face the consequences together. So the decision was that I'll present the bill, and I did present the bill. Of course, I spoke at length. The class combination of vested interest was visible to the naked eye. Then, of course, it was referred to a joint select committee. Then they came out. Then finally the bill was adopted. It became the law. Even the rules were framed. See, I am drawn from a very ordinary family. I knew what it was Prior to my becoming minister, so many people had approached me with tears in their eyes, practically falling at my feet, asking for relief. No need to explain individual cases.
Correct.
And it looked like a situation where they could go on slaughtering people unchecked, particularly belonging to the middle class and below middle class families. And government worth its salt would never exist even to stop them.
Stop them. Correct.
And this infuriated me, just not getting agitated. And I did not do it irrationally. It was done in a most scientific manner, and it was discussed at length. But the media, very funny, the reporting section themselves belonging to middle class, below middle classes, would profusely thank me in private,
But in public,
behave totally contrary to that when they had to do the reporting. They went on highlighting, both through the electronic media and print media, that people are suffering because doctors are on strike. Doctors Association was so starving for public to support them, they had brought even their menial staff wearing aprons and showing them as doctors. Nothing stopped us. But what pains me, I am still undergoing that agony. The law was passed, rules were framed, and we lost the elections. It was a coalition government headed by JDS with Congress as partners. They chose to bury it.
okay.
It's all right. Then BJP took over. They were not hesitant to say they were opposed to this bill. I must compliment them. Their stand was clear. For them, the interest of the private institutions was very important. At least they were not hypocrites to that extent.
Right.
Then the turn of events, again Ms. Siddaramaiah came. I am out of assembly. He became the chief minister. Till recently he was there. Congress party never thought of it. I don't understand how Congress party works and what is important for the party. Whether what is important for the people, if it is not important for the party, then what is the object of party being in public life?
Right.
I can't be talking about it because, in our political system, I have no platform from where I can speak. I am not in the assembly. I can't raise my voice there. I am nobody in the party. There is no situation where party hears me. Our party has no patience to know what had happened to this progressive measure. And people suffer. People suffer. The worst of it was during Corona. Some private hospitals were refusing to hand over dead bodies. I had to file the public interest litigation. Justice Srinivas Voka, who retired, who subsequently went from the High Court of Karnataka to Supreme Court and retired.
Yeah.
My advocate was Professor Ramesh Kumar, who is the most reputed man known for his commitment to poor and deserving. And Justice Voka allowed my petition, passed orders reprimanding them and warning them of consequences. Say it's very heart-burning. You have the dearest soul in the hospital. Whatever is in your reach, you have exhausted all that. And finally, to your ill luck, you have lost that dearest soul. You are completely grounded. You are finished. You are bereaved.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The whole family is bereaved. You are floating in the sea of grief. But you can't leave the dead body. You have got to take it home. You have got to dispose it of. Ultimately, you muster courage, come out of your depression and go there and ask them for the body. They say,
We can't.
you owe this much. Please make the payment and take the body. Forget this is an interview. Many may be hearing me. I don't know how they look at me, how they judge me. For a minute, please imagine if you or me, we are in that position, how do we react? This is why you need to be a public representative. He or she who is a public representative should have the sagacity of heart to reduce themselves to this position of a commoner, visualize the whole thing to himself or herself, and act without fear,
Without prejudice also.
without prejudice. This is what I did. And such a measure, probably in the whole country, we were the first state to bring out that enactment and say, if the hospitals were to refuse to hand over the dead bodies for the sake of payments, criminal action should be initiated against them.
Hospitals.
I personally feel I'm right even to this minute. But the media said, here is a government and a minister who want to jail doctors.
The interpretation was totally wrong.
It's not interpretation was wrong. It was deliberate, malafide intentioned misinterpretation of the law. You did it consciously. It was an outrageous, immodest attempt to browse the feelings of the lost man of the society. Is this media? Is this what is expected of you? Is this why Constitution gives you such a privilege that you should be independent? Are you independent? And whose shoes are you licking? What personal interest did I have in doing it?
Do subscribe. V6 Digital.